Hello, all of you magical beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage, Season 2, Episode 9, Into the Temple. We shall begin this as we do every game with introductions, beginning with Kerr.
Hello everyone, I'm Kerr, I'm the Storyteller. I am Kerr, I am the Storyteller, I'm the one who runs these games, and I have two things to say here. One,
You could
welcome!
hear the smile in his voice. You made him smile. He's so cute.
One, welcome to the Legends of the Hidden Temple! I'm sorry, I can't resist making that joke. I fucking love that show when I was a little kid. I was on that show when I was a little kid.
Really?
And two, brain, please work now. I have figured out why we have issues so much with the extra Sunday game. Apparently, I am pushing all of the bad Sunday luck off from me onto Taldarius, which is why Taldarius always has issues happening. I just wanted to apologize to Cody for that.
Wait, why are you apologizing to Cody? Apologize to the person whose luck you're ruining.
I mean, he'll survive it.
Hello folks, I'm Nesil playing Alexis McKenna, a Cult of Ecstasy mage specializing in time magic primarily.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Cody Taylor. A bit of a jack of all trades, financier of the group, and definitely going to die in the near future.
Oh, it's just a harmless little bunny, isn't it?
And you should not be concerned in the slightest. Portia Wainwright being played by Tanya Sapien. She is Life Mage. She is Medic. And she is currently a plushy Benoy.
And when is she going to try to murder the party?
Don't worry about it.
And I am Tochemay, and I am playing War and Peace, an Order of Hermes traditionalist mage.
And I am Wostein. I will be playing Wostai. And I will be assuring that Arcadia, if they removes my party, will feel Iron's wrath.
FYI, everyone, we are going to be running Stream Raiders Dungeons mode today. So do make sure you place troops for that. It is a rapid-fire mode. I would really appreciate the help. We're almost to level 30 there, and I would really like to get that done. So place your troops, everybody. We're going to go and move on to the recap. I'm assuming you've got something you want to do here, Tanya?
As always,
Go for it.
hold on one moment. Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to WZGF Radio, The Marten. That last song was But Baby, I'm Afraid of Change by Hermes and the Stickmen. We're going to be moving into tonight's thrilling episode of Dark Horizon in just a moment, but first I'd like to take this opportunity to address some rumors and speculation. Yes, I was gone for just over a week, meaning last week's radio hosting was done by the intern, who did an amazing job, I must add. There have been some rumblings in the world. As 1954 draws near a close, it's seemingly like 1955 is going to be the beginning of something very interesting. Lights in the sky, UFOs, talk of men in black and monsters. So where does WZGF stand as the world is going sideways? Why was our titular host gone for so long? Well, there's no way to put it except bluntly, we're with you, the listeners. This week was spent making a few redundancies, a few protective measures. We have no sponsor for this week's show because you're our sponsors. You, the listeners. You keep this show going in ways I can't explain and you couldn't describe, but you know it in your heart, and you know what I'm talking about. Now enough of being sappy, on to our program. Mages of the Dark Horizon. We last left our cast in the middle of their adventure through the chaos realm of Arcadia. Lady Wainwright had won the affections of a magical bird and a possessed doll, who helped the group onto their next objective, and fuck.
Tochemay tipped $110, Zrax raid.
I tried to get it in during the sponsor section.
Ah. Well, Tochemay, thank you so much for the tip.
And fuck.
And for being the sponsor of the channel. This stream brought to you by Tochemay.
The timing would have been absolutely perfect. And notice Warren's face is just staring at the audience right now.
I'm sorry, the moment you said, this is funded by our dear viewers, I'm just like, why are you handing Tochemay a line that good? He's going to do it now because that line is just too good to say no to.
I feel like I should have given him a heads up in advance. Fuck, where was I?
We were discussing our current predicament of the possessed toys.
Yeah. Lady Wainwright had won the affections of a magical bird and a possessed doll, who helped the group onto their next objective, an odd town made of dolls, at odds with another town of suspiciously equal strength, made of toys. They arrived to stumble upon an ambush in progress. Possessed building block toys were in hiding, waiting to strike against the dolls. Taking the opportunity, Lady Wainwright transfigured herself into a form like the possessed dolls and approached the ambushers, informing them that they were in fact the ones being ambushed, that they were surrounded and outgunned. Through some discussion and negotiation, it was quickly discovered that the two factions both had overlapping religious claim to the same land, an odd situation that could only happen in the realm of Arcadia. Such a situation happening in the real world would be of such hefty weight, it's the sort of thing best not discussed in polite company, much less any sort of broadcast platform. Being that it was Arcadia, it was entirely possible to meet the gods these fanciful factions fervently followed. A hostage was selected from the group of toys, and the others were sent off to summon their god and explain their presence was requested. Meanwhile, the dolls would do the same for their god. The first of the two to arrive was a large plastic dinosaur, the lord of the building block people, but it was a lord with a suspiciously familiar fecund flamboyancy. Defying disbelief, the dastardly demon Dominic and... Fuck! I tongue-twisted myself. Defying disbelief, the dastardly demon Dominic in a dino disguise was the tyrant lizard of the titular toys. Callie and Professor McKenna washed their hands of the madness and stepped aside to let the others negotiate. Wostron took the time to perform calibrations on his gravitronic nullifiers, and Warren Wizard opted to remain enigmatically silent for all but the occasional quips of guiding wisdom, as wizards are wont to do. Kneecaps were nudged, acid was splashed, and negotiations proceeded in the signature blend of slapstick and sardonicism our group is known for. Eventually, with the aid of a few moments of meditation with Callie over a very special incense that helped clear their minds, Professor McKenna hit upon an idea. Simply duplicate the Holy Land for them. Neither the plastic dinosaur nor the newly arrived plush dragon could find a flaw in this solution, and it was accepted. Exploiting weaknesses in the quantum fabric of reality, breaking probability and the laws of matter and mass, Agent Taylor was able to rip the area into two identical copies, one for each faction. Callie gave the toys and dolls a few wise words of farewell, and they were off to their next and last destination. For such a large feat of magic created a ripple in Arcadia, and the next few chapters of their journey ended up sandwiched upon one another. They encountered the rest of their journey all at once, with a bat, a cyclops, and a massive towering temple. The item they sought was deep inside, but the guards were bound against letting them through. Two changelings, both held there by contract. Contract, of course, was Agent Taylor's specialty. He was able to exploit his demonic teachings to void the contract of the Cyclops and to free them. But what's free, dear listeners, often proves most costly. He was free, not in freedom of fate or will, but free in price tag. Taylor gave in to his dark desires and had exploited the loophole not to release the Cyclops, but to trade off ownership to Dominic. Lady Wainwright was disgusted by this turn of events, disgusted enough to set aside one of her personal rules, disgusted enough to kill. Not giving any time for others to stop her or realize what she was doing, she used her mystical powers to stop the heart of the Bat Changeling. Dying freed him from his contract, and once again using her powers, she brought him back from this instant of death alive and unharmed, but freed from his minds. Quickly, she ordered him to flee, to escape the area before Agent Taylor could claim him as well. Taylor was offended at this assumption, though he kept himself composed. Taking the life of a sentient being, even if only for a second, for the best of intentions, it stirred something in Wainwright. Something had started scratching at the back of her mind, and as the massive temple doors swung open, she could hear Lady Ironblood whispering in her subconscious, whispering that she was starting to remember something very important about herself.
Very nice.
That is always great as well.
Those alliterations were spot on.
Also, because you probably didn't see it, Portia, you should look at the chat a little bit. Woside said, I'm just imagining a brick of cash flying through the wall for this.
The interruption of the donation was just too perfect, and the mental image was the brick of cash flying through the wall for the simple proclamation.
Well, darlings, I have to say, I was not involved in this. Not at all, darlings. Though I must say, Tochemay, very perfect, darling. Most perfect indeed. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. You need to work a little bit on the perfection. There are always other levels of perfection that you can reach, darling. But for a human, darling, that was absolutely perfect.
And Kenku, thank you for the small dose of fuck you. I will use it wisely. Now, do I have to use that on my next roll, or can I save it?
You can say that. I have to use mine.
Just bringing my sheet up right now, ready to start whenever anyone else is.
Yes, I was just waiting
I'm ready.
to see if anyone else had any things they wish to add. Reminder, funding for this program is provided for by the Sear Roebuck Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and viewers like you. Alright. The doors of the temple slowly swing open. The darkness is vast, but almost inviting, as if beckoning you to enter the temple, to finish your quest and reach your ending.
Well, before any more shenanigans continue, shall we proceed?
Oh, by all means. I'm not going to be the first one in.
Before we go in, we need to remind ourselves what our quest is.
We need to recover the item of indeterminate description, which Drachtha will be able to use to shore up reality.
Do not worry, my lady. I am at your side, and I will protect you through whatever trials or travails come after you. The little plush is looking at you now, holding a little stick.
One of the owls is now taking the very front lead, hovering off the ground and watching very closely for signs of traps of all senses.
Give me a perception awareness roll, please. We'll say aye.
Yep. 3.
All right, 3 successes. Let me see. And you're viewing through the entire spectrum, you said?
Viewing through the entire spectrum.
All right, give me an irritate roll as well, then.
Oh, 1.
All right, that's enough, though. That's enough. And it's easier here to use magic. So you actually got 4 successes there. 3 successes because of the 1.
Oh.
But as you look, you can see let's see. There's some blow darts right there. It looks like there's some spear traps just a little bit further ahead. And oh yes, there's the classic boulder trap much further along. Quite a few traps, it looks like. And you can also sense this one is different. This one is different. There is a very, very subtle layer of magic both on the doorway and stretching in the hallway. It looks like it's some form of detection magic. But it's across several different spectrums. Life, matter, forces, correspondence, spirit, prime, and time as well. They're not very strong, and they're not really wards so much as they're basically going to let someone know if someone comes into this temple. These are much more new to you than the traps that are actually in the temple. These look like someone added these on very recently.
Well, it would seem as though Arcadia is still constructing this, or whomever is managing it. There is a recent edition of detections for all except for, I believe you all call it mind and entropy. I may be mistaken, but it seems to be more of a silent alarm as far as I can tell. Might be more. That said, there are several traps along the hallway, and if it is possible without setting them off, shining a little light on each one.
Yes, you would be able to do that. Most of them look to be like pressure plate sensitive, so there's going to be like plates and such that set them off. Just shining a light won't do it.
And as long as it doesn't set it off, an owl will proceed ahead to hover over the pressure plates without setting them off for the purpose of highlighting, do not step here and I will shove you away if you try.
Give me a perception awareness again, Wost. Let's see if you can see the pressure plates easily. You know where the traps are, so you know the pressure plate's general vicinity and area, but you don't know exactly where they are without looking again. You would need to get up closer, which you can do pretty easily since you can fly.
Yep. And watching for little tripwires because someone somewhere might be willing to put that up, even if it degrades quicker normally.
Yes.
I think he passed.
7.
Yes. Yes. I do want to tell you real quick, Wost, if you go into the temple, you would likely trigger these defense measures. So you would set off the wards if you go in.
The detection.
Yes.
Well, I'm aware of the triggers, but any of you have any ideas for this detection before we go in? I'm not sure what it's tied to.
Well, we are adventurers. We might as well announce our presence.
We don't need no back door. Well, with that said, onward we go. And assuming that the party shows any signs of movement, the owls will proceed to highlight the traps and make sure no one steps.
All right.
Actual check outside of character, everyone actually wanting to go in, or is there anyone with ideas? If we have not responded, it is because you are muted.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the first one in. As soon as somebody else crosses the threshold, I will gladly follow behind them.
Yeah, Wost is leading you guys to try to help you through the traps. I will say these traps are the pressure plates are fairly large. It's going to be difficult to conventionally pass them. You guys will be required to make a dexterity plus athletics roll to get through the traps without setting them off. It will be easier because Wost is basically guiding you through and can help you. Though you guys can also try to find another way around it as well if you wish.
Could I create like an invisible walkway over the area with forces?
What's your forces at?
3.
Yes.
Oh, I was about to go Kung Fu Bunny and show off all the martial arts training. I actually have 7 dice for this roll.
I just imagine Alexis takes the time to build a bridge of air gently over all of the traps, while Portia just literally starts parkouring their way through it.
Everyone's carefully walking over the invisible bridge. Portia's already waiting at the other end.
That's fine.
If you wish to try that, Portia, you may. Go for it.
If he's making a bridge, then I'm taking the bridge.
Oh,
Okay.
I trust him.
Okay.
I'm trusting you with my safety, Alexis.
you can hear the
You wouldn't
disappointment in Kurt's
betray
voice.
that.
I wanted to see it.
I was hoping
Alright,
for the chance at blowing me up.
let me roll a dice real quick. Let's see.
Eh, I hope that was for some activity of yours, not mine.
Okay, we get to have some fun, everyone. We get to have some fun. Alexis, and so everyone is going to be taking the bridge then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are about halfway across the bridge, who Cody, you would sense it. I already know you have it. Woest has it. Who else has correspondence magic? At least 1 dot?
3.
I have
Okay.
1 dot of correspondence.
Okay. Okay, so Warren, do you have any correspondence?
Nope.
Okay, so Portia, Alexis, Cody, and Woest, you guys would not be caught surprised then, as you guys all sense a correspondence-based magic. As you feel the pressure push down on every single one of the pressure plates as you're about halfway across.
Well, that's not fair.
You would realize this is not the temple itself. This is somebody else doing this.
Oh, the cards aren't feeding through. Boo.
Cheater.
I did the Stanley Died Again card, but it's not feeding through.
Yes, I'm working on something right now behind the scenes that requires some
Oh.
audio.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Well, at the immediate sense of something going awry, the 4 owls are all picking someone to prepare to either bump out of the way or shield as needed based on the traps they are in front of.
All right, give me 1 second. My apologies. Give me 1 moment.
The Grand Owl will be protecting Portia.
Well, purely because it would be reflexes. Like, the moment that shit starts going sideways, she's not going to be stopping to consider whether or not you're guarding. She's going to be evading just in case. So, meh.
Yep. And no effort is needed to assist.
Parkour! Bunny go boing.
You don't even know what's happening yet.
Oh yes, but that is a very valid point.
Whatever's happening, she's going to attempt to, just phase step out of the way like an anime character.
We just see after images of the Banui as spears, darts, and everything fly by, and they'll just blink, 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 blink out of the way.
Now somehow I'm just reminded of that bit. I think it was from Bleach. Was the anime it was in? Right behind you, too slow. Right behind you, too slow. Where each one just keeps blink stepping behind the other over and over again, and they're slowly going backwards out the door.
Owl giggles in high strength. Any stumblers will be rescued.
So how many pressure plates do you want to press on the way down?
Clearly, all of them.
Just running at a dead sprint, setting off every one of them along the way.
The only nuisance is that heckin' boulder.
All right, I'm back for
Dun
you
dun dun
once more, at
dun,
least.
dun dun dun.
All right, yes, it is basically all of them. You do have a chance to respond. You have spears coming out through the floor from the walls, poison darts lancing out towards you, and then a giant boulder falling from the ceiling and rolling towards you.
Correspondence to make the boulder pass through us.
Okay.
Simple portal thing.
You're gonna set up
So
a force shield to stop other things.
Okay.
So Cody, you're moving the boulder to the entrance to block our way in?
No. It's going to roll through you. It's basically going to pass through your space without actually interacting with you.
Into hologram.
Okay.
Cody just casts disbelief on the spell.
And do I need to do anything for shielding everyone, or is everyone doing all right on that own?
Let's have them roll their Arete first and see how they do. Okay, so we got that. 1, 2,
I guess,
3,
I guess if
4.
Roast is doing basically the same thing I am, we can pool our resources.
Yes. Well, give me a. How are you going to try to protect everybody?
Oh, I am the simple one. You all can do your magic. I'm just here in case your magic falters. Each of the owls is simply preparing to launch and pull people out of the way as they were originally already going to do. And by the look of Portia, they don't exactly need too much assistance, so the Grand Owl is just preparing to block the boulder if the magic fell through.
Alexis, you're able to get your hands up and get little force shields out in front of the spears and darts as they harmlessly hit the wall and get stopped before they can reach you. Cody, quick few taps on your supercomputer as the boulder barrels towards you before passing harmlessly through you. And Portia, you proceed to parkour through everything. But it looks like nothing would have hit you anyway. But it was a good workout.
Yep, that was 100% all me. Yep. Uh-huh.
As Warren just stood there just watching, looking very regal and understanding as a wizard does. Completely inscrutable.
He is unmoved.
My party can handle the traps.
He didn't. No. I choose to believe he didn't even break stride. He's just casually walking towards the goal.
The wizard need not stop. Though as you deal with these traps, there's a little do sound, and you see a little 8-bit black dog doing the little Final Fantasy little victory dance in front of you.
They never do miss a chance to be extra, do they?
And as you make it through the hallway and turn the corner, you can see a large stone door. It is bereft of markings, but it is like a large stone. Basically, rock is setting in front of the door, blocking the doorway. Basically what you would see like in a tomb or such.
Is there space to roll it aside?
No, it is basically form-fitting in the sockets.
If I were to pull it out, is there a place to put it?
Wait, so this is it's a stone door that's in the way?
It's basically like a stone slab set into the doorway.
Ah.
If you could slide it out, you could just move it to the side against the wall. The problem is, like, there's no real, like, niche to get your hands in to try to pull it out. Basically, it looks like it was used to actually, like, seal the door.
See, your mistake is that you're assuming I'm going to use a physical force to do this. I'm just going to use magic to pull it out and rotate it and put it against the wall.
Actually, Alexis can make the opportunity. I just wanted to point out something is that Werney does have those breaching charges. But unfortunately, they're not here right now, so can't have Callie doing that unless you're willing to autopilot.
No, we don't need breaching charges to go off in a temple.
Okay, when I say breaching charges, I'm referring to the mushroom rounds for the shotgun.
We don't need to stir more dust up in the temple.
Oh, it'll eat the dust.
One of the owls are checking for any signs of whether this door has any, say, protections or such. You know, if it's keeping something in, just to make sure we're not unleashing something upon ourselves.
Give me a perception awareness roll plus a arete roll.
Huh. Well, that is a 2 on the perception and a 1 on the arete.
Roll the 10 again.
That was
Okay,
that was
yep,
2.
yep. It came up slower for me.
Oh, no worries.
All right, so let's see. As you check out, you do see that there are slide marks on the floor, where it looks like this doorway was already removed very recently, disrupting the dust. And you can sense another set of alarm wards, specifically on this slab. And they do look like they are tuned for magic.
Good thought.
Oh. Well,
Again, they're not going to disrupt anything. It does look like it is going to let anyone these things are tied to know that magic is being used, though. They already know you're here. So this is just another alarm system, basically, it looks like.
Yeah,
more
it's
wards.
It's a way of tracking us as we make our way through the crypt.
Is there any? Does the door protrude any, or is it flush with the wall?
Flush with the wall.
Hmm.
If these wards were pointed out, are they disrupted by breaking a connection like a magnetic seal would be?
Yes, it looks like these wards are designed to go off if the magic would open the door somehow. Basically, like slide the stone out from the doorway.
So if we were to, for instance, cut around the wards and then pull the rest of the door out, would that not disrupt them?
Yes, it is specifically looks like it's on the slab, not on the door frame itself.
Oh, here I was contemplating just using the BB gun. This would be Fey magic. Just shoot a section of the runes in order to, start damaging the circuitry, so to speak.
Noticeably, Wos, you would realize this is not Fey magic. This is awakened magic.
Never mind that then.
Just to clarify, awakened regarding this is mage magic.
This is mage magic, yes. This is not Arcadian magic. Well, not all of it.
You hear a little whistle from the owl. Ah, well, this is a little more familiar. This isn't Fey. I mean, it makes sense. Best way to keep us out is to have one of our own, but still. Well, and with that, the owl bots are simply very carefully nudging at the door, since it seems that it's been open before, and just seeing if prying at the edges with wingtips they could pry it free, so to say, without magic.
Peck.
That is not going to be easy, but you could try. That would be an athletics plus dexterity roll.
Just pick up one of the owl drones, wedge the wing in, use it like a crowbar.
This is all within gentle prying. This is just seeing, this is the this is try before you pry.
Mm-hmm. Noticeably, I will let you know too, just as a little clarification. The traps themselves that you went through, the boulder and all that, those were Fey magic and Fey created.
While he's doing that, Portia's going to be readying something.
Okay.
Because Alexis, he floated the idea of cutting through the wall around it.
Yes.
So she's taking several seeds and some lengths of string. She's tying the seeds along the string and dipping the whole thing into a bottle of adhesive. That's what she's preparing.
Okay.
Portia.
It will be fun and amazing if I end up using it.
The hoot has achieved 8.
I see you're thinking of ways around it, but we have to follow the path through the door. If we try to go around, that could upset Arcadia.
The
to be
entire
fair-
building is part of the path.
To be fair, also, if you just break the outer frame, that would just cause the slab just to fall forward. You'd be okay as long as it didn't squish you.
But it would break the seal. It would break the
But
sigils.
it only goes off if magic is used on it. It specifically is tuned to magic because let's face it. Looks at Warren. Any mage who comes through here and finds a sealed door is probably going to use magic to break it.
Why are you looking at Warren? I'm the one currently making a breaching charge.
As the AI is just prying at the door. You all are powerful with prep time. While you're doing your prep time, I'm doing shenanigans.
It takes about 20, almost 30 minutes of work post of gently needling and prying with your wings, with your beaks, doing everything you can, and slowly the slab slides forward and forward and forward until finally you get it out enough that you'd be able to grab it and push it over to the side.
Unless, of course, someone gets impatient first. Anyone get impatient first? I'm more than up
No,
for...
If it's visible that he was making
If it's making
progress,
progress,
then Portia's not going to be taking the risk.
It's slow, but you would be able to see he is making progress.
Yes, Sunseed, she would be using magic for her thing. She'd be attacking the frame, not the door, but it's still taking a risk at setting off the wards. So when she sees that Wostein's actually making progress, she's not going to, get in the way of that. Now she just has a breaching charge ready for whenever she might want to use it.
Alexis will help. Alexis will help non-magically to try to get the door out too. Cut the time down a little bit.
The 4 strength owl synchronized. Door latch removed. Well, let us continue onward. Patting the door before stepping through if there's nothing else behind.
When you slide the stone wall to the side, you reveal a large open area. And you see the figure of the Cyclops, who you you do have a boon of an additional die.
Yay.
You see the Cyclops, who is currently massaging one of his arms that is mostly regrown now. And he looks up as you guys slide it open and just stares before pointing. You! You're pointing at Cody.
Yes.
You fucker!
That is a correct way of describing him, yes.
Sometimes.
You sold my other self into slavery, you fucker!
Okay.
Oh my god!
As you see him pick up a very large club.
Correspondence to separate his hand from his body. Go on,
Roll
picking up the
Arte.
club.
Portia is very pointedly not getting involved in this. In fact, she's actually just going to lean up against the door frame and watch. Actions have consequences, Cody.
Yeah, Alexis kind of taking a couple steps back too.
Cody's creating another double by separating the hand again.
Oh no, this time he's going to just completely vaporize the hand.
Correspondence and more than. Woo!
Cody, as you begin to try to separate out his limbs from his body, your magic, as you send out the command, you see a large blue flash along his wrists before nothing happens. Anyone with Prime can roll an Arete roll, though.
Neat. What's difficulty?
I will let you know once I see the rolls.
4.
Yeah, okay. Everyone will be able to see. Yeah, this is a warding spell. Someone put a warding spell on this guy, and it just basically no-selled Cody's magic.
Sorry,
Take that
Cody,
back.
because-
It didn't no-sell it so much as your magic tried to get through, and it was like hitting a brick wall. It just wasn't. You didn't give it enough charge, enough oomph to get through the barrier that was there.
Sorry, Cody, he has a firewall.
Basically, he has a firewall. You weren't able to actually hack the firewall with that spell.
Before we begin, I would like to ask, is this a personal or not? Your other self said that you were to squish anyone who came through a portal or created a portal. I just wish to make sure whether or not this is with your contract or of your own free will.
I'm supposed to squish anyone that comes in here. As he just glares. Noticeably, since you guys have not entered the room, which I'm assuming you guys did step into the room when you saw him there.
As soon as she recognized him, Portia just stopped in the doorway and she's just watching.
Yeah,
Slightly
he hasn't
slugly, actually.
he hasn't gone through. I'm supposed to squish anyone that comes in here. And I'm gonna squish that fucker for what he did to me. Or the other me.
Well,
How do you know what happened to the other you anyway?
I don't know. I know him because he's part me. I guess.
Changelings are technically a form of Fae, so since they would both share the same title.
the second. The Hand of. So many possibilities for that title. Well,
You can
Let's
see behind him another doorway. Noticeably, Woes, I will let you know because you would have seen this. The same magic that is the warding spells that you have seen, this is the same kind of magic you're seeing on this guy. Whoever made those wards also made the defensive magic that's on this guy.
Well, it would seem that whoever set the doors has also set that one, so they know we're here already, potentially. That might have just been a ward. Either way, the door on the other side holds the same. So, I feel like I'll let you all try this a little bit. If not, I'm more than happy to sit and fly around in there for a while. It'll just be a bunch of whack and owl. That one was yelled into the room.
Why don't you just turn around and walk the other way? Well, except that one. He can come on in here.
So if they know we're here, there's no reason not to use magic to open up the other doorway.
Theoretically.
Yeah. The doorway is open, however, Woes, you would see there is magic on that doorway.
Could we just portal ourselves across the room so we never actually enter it?
Woes, give me a Arete roll, since you specifically looked at the door. Woes has the detection magic. I have to pass everything by him because he's the one who's going to see it.
God has to verify everything with the AI assistant.
I am the storyteller's warden.
Okay, so with that, you would see the chamber. The chamber itself isn't really warded to prevent teleportation or portals and such. However, the only way to go out is through that doorway. And it looks like the doorway itself is basically enchanted with a 2-step spell. The first step channels any portal or teleportation effect to the doorway. And then the second spell triggers and basically blocks the doorway with a force shield. And basically deposits you right in the room with that thing a few feet from you.
The mage who designed this place, he was expecting mages.
It doesn't look like this place was made by a mage. These warding spells, these defensive magics are very, very new and recent. Like within like a month, maybe.
Oh shit.
Could I put bubbles of null time around those runes so they don't trigger if we were to portal through?
Yes, you could attempt to do that. That is a very intriguing way of trying to do it. I like it. Yes, you could attempt to do so.
Wostai has relayed all of this to the party just for the sake of saying. There are runes to prevent any portaling beyond the room, only within the room. And anything attempted beyond the room will be blocked at the doorway. So we will have to enter.
Not necessarily.
Oh, perhaps. After all, you're mages. You can find ways around things.
Yep.
With that, Alexis, yes, you would be able to create these slow time bubbles around these magical effects.
Really? If you would be so kind. Cody?
Sorry, repeat that?
So I've successfully put a little null time bubbles around those wards that would have shoved us back in the room. So theoretically, if we try to warp through the room without entering the room at this point, we'll probably be safe.
Okay, so attempt to portal then?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yes.
Oh,
what's up?
I'm about to say something, but I don't think it matters anyways. That's one success for Cody. Oh wait, no, it was the Cyclops himself that was warded. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Yes, the Cyclops himself is warded against magic.
Okay, well, Cody was just rolling to make a portal there.
It's difficult, Cody. Very, very difficult. You can feel like there's resistance here. but you're able to get the portal opened up, and from this side of the room through the into the hallway of the next one.
Strolling on through.
Wait, so okay. Say again exactly what the nature of the portal was. I was lost in thought for a second there. I was contemplating something.
Basically, goes from this hallway to the hallway over on the other side of the room.
We never actually enter the room.
And the
Has it
runes that...
Has it
and the
completely
rune-
cut?
Oh, go ahead.
Has it completely cut us off from the room that the Cyclops is in? Like,
Yes.
There's no way to see it or anything.
Oh no, you can still see. Like you can glance around the portal.
I have a quick question for you. Your
Mhm.
contract, does it expire upon death?
I don't know.
Could you check it?
No, I'm not gonna fall for that one.
Fine, I'll just roll the dice then. And she is going to be taking out one of the pearls, the resurrection pearls. It's going to put a drop of poison on it and then load that into the breech of the BB gun.
Okay.
So I'm going to be rolling Arete. I'm going to be using a quintessence point and dumping that exploding 10 in.
Okay.
Wow.
Go
My
again.
poor baby. What did he ever do to you?
The story demands it, Kerr.
What did my poor baby ever do to you, Portia? He's just sitting here living his best life guarding a room.
She's shooting him right in the eye with this. So,
Punk.
Ultra poison.
So, that is those concentrated poison using her magic, which he dies. However, when he dies, because it's the resurrection pearl that makes the pearl dissolve, which releases the dose of panacea directly into his brain. And I'm removing one of the phoenix bullets.
Punk.
Yes, I named it a phoenix bullet. I expended doses of panacea to make him.
He's dead before he hits the ground, but he's also alive the moment he hits the ground. Oh, what was that?
Check your contract.
He looks around. I don't have a contract. Wait, I don't have a contract.
Don't say that. Be careful
not-
what you say now. Be careful what you say now. We don't want to repeat.
I need you to do something. Flee this place and seek out the Dawn Court. Tell them that Portia needs to discuss an end table with them.
He'll nod slowly before getting up and starting to make his way out. Before he
So-
pauses and looks back. I think there is someone from the Dawn Court here.
Noted.
Well, good luck.
Good job, Portia.
Farewell.
You gave him a quest.
Yes. I'm sure they'll survive.
This place is playing hell with me on a very moral level.
I know, delightful, isn't it, darling? The quest pushing you to your utmost limits. It's perfect, darling.
I am confused.
Slowly raises muzzle towards source of voice.
There's no one there. It's just Domino's voice.
You confuse me, Portia. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Only you heard Domino's voice.
You say this
Oh, her
is...
only response was to slowly raise the gun in the direction of it. She didn't verbally respond to him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you didn't say this was playing with your, But you didn't
Oh
say
no,
that
that part
out
I
loud?
did say out loud. That part I did say out loud. That this place is playing hell with me on a moral level.
Ah, okay. I'm confused. What do you mean?
People were just dumped here for what they perceived as thousands of years.
Yep. That I understand.
When we arrived to get through here, what was the very first thing we did? We took one from one form of slavery and put them into another.
To be fair, that one was Cody, and I'm not sure how much influence Domino has on them.
Oh, that's something we'll be able to find out later. And she's just putting the BB gun back on her back and heading through the portal.
Following through. That doesn't answer my question, though. Why is it playing on your morals? You haven't done anything yet, to my knowledge. I've just seen you do as you do.
Well, shooting that guy.
As a wise man once said, a man who has the ability to act on an injustice, but who stands idly by and does nothing, is just as guilty as the one who holds the knife.
But what can you do in regards to stopping that? This isn't them holding a knife. This is them holding a gun. They've pulled the trigger, and there's nothing you can do to stop that round.
Watch me.
So far, all I've seen is you prevent further losses. Am I not mistaken?
Welcome to the Mage's hubris.
Yeah. You found Portia's hubris. Enjoy.
Well, I will simply acknowledge to you that, as far as I'm concerned, you are doing wonderfully. From what I have witnessed, you've simply been applying a stronger anesthetic as you remove something problematic from the patients.
Yeah, Portia is very visibly done with this topic, by the way.
I will get no further.
The
Fair
big
enough.
problem I see is that he's going to have to face himself from what Cody made.
Well, his other version was taken by Domino. I didn't send him towards Domino. I sent him to the Dawn Court.
Yes, another fair folk court that isn't even led by a soul.
Kurt, you know what the Dawn Court is, right?
Yes. They're my favorite court. The Dawn Court is the court of hope. You've actually met someone who's from there.
And that's how it is that Portia knows the name and knows what they represent.
Yes, you actually met the knight the knight of the Dawn Court.
Fluffy Ironsides.
I wouldn't recommend calling him that. Considering the amount of money the Dawn Court spent to get what he has. Yeah, there's a reason he's scary to people.
By the way, moving forward. Also questioning whether or not I should get willpower back for that, because that was a badass move.
I can be willing to give you a point, considering you've basically followed your moral tenets and who you are as a person.
Yay. Which is good, because I only had 2 points left.
Alright.
So yeah, we're in the hallway after that room.
And before you can see a very large, ornate stone door. Very much like the entrance to the temple. Very, very beautifully carved, made of gold and silver and such. And Woes, can you give me your Arete roll because you just sense everything? I'm just going to save us some time here. Yes, the story is basically laden with wards and protection spells. It doesn't seem like the door itself is actually locked, though.
Well,
It looks like these are warning spells as well as spells that prevent like teleportation and such within.
any handles on this?
Yep.
Well, are we going to wait, or shall I begin? And the owls are already poised to just start pulling open the door.
I should knock.
They're fair. And one of the owls simply turns its head and pecks the door.
There is no response.
All right. I'm pulling open the door if I have no objections.
Go right
Go
ahead.
for it.
And the doors are opening. Or trying to.
Yeah,
And the
your
door-
drones are the only disposable party members right now, so they're the canaries. The owls are the canaries.
The doors swing open, and inside you can see a very large, ornate chamber leading up to a large pedestal that is currently empty, it appears. And around the pedestal, you can see what almost like the magical equivalent of a computer. And sitting on the steps of the stairs leading up to the empty pedestal is a man in dark gray armor with a sword, who you can just get from his body language looks absolutely bored out of his mind. And at this magical device behind him, you can see an older man swiping his hands through sigils as magical screens come up.
Also,
And
I have re-enabled the audio feed and such. Sorry about that. Was working on something in the back. Excuse me, in the background here, and there was potential audio interference that I didn't want to bleed through to the stream, but I've re-enabled sound. So,
Many thanks. Well, the AI are doing a sweep of the room. Just looking around, looking up, looking all the corners they can, and just quite happily bobbing as they do so.
give me an Arte roll.
I'm just imagining they're like the canaries or the I think it's the parrots. No, cockatiels. That's the one. They're just doing that head bob thing.
Oh my god, yes.
Babies. And then give me a perception awareness roll, Wost.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to ignore the last number on that roll. That was a success, but oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wost sees all.
I feel like with some of these roles and the fact that you already mentioned the 6th dot of Arete, coming up in the future.
Mhm.
We've officially transcended into Exalted.
Not yet. Almost, but not
We're
quite
getting
yet.
there. We're getting there.
Don't worry, I am just highly specialized in what I do. There's a lot of blank areas where I'm gonna just roll 4s, 3s, or none at all.
But so you are an AI.
There doesn't appear to be any traps in this room, nor does there appear to be any like doorways or anything else. It looks perfectly safe. But you do see on both of these figures, they are covered from head to toe in very, very powerful warding spells and protection spells.
They appear to be like the mage magics we've seen so far.
Yes, they are.
Ooh. Well, we've either found the servants of the mages or the mages themselves. That's a lot of wards.
There are a lot of wards. Give me another. Give me an occult plus intelligence roll.
Ah, yes, here's one of the lesser ones. Three.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Do, 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 do.
All right.
Mages are powerful with prep time. I provide them intel.
So, looking at it, these wards look like they are a mix of just powerful warding spells that are basically going to act like a brick wall to a magical spell hitting it. They also look like they are. Some of them are ablative in nature. They're basically going to break off in order to protect the wearer from a magical effect that would break the wards. And it looks like it is also some of the wards are keyed to more mundane threats as well, like claws, swords, guns. They'll give them at least some form of protection against them, though you're not exactly sure exactly how they would protect them. Likely it would be just making it so they either don't interact with the thing that would kill them or protecting them like body armor, one or the other. These are very, very, very well done protections, though.
These mages look like they've gone and donned themselves some plot armor. It's not enough, probably, for you all, but. Oh. It's probably not enough for you all, but just so you know, there is a lot of protection. I appreciate this multi-layer armor, though.
Testing.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Okay, my audio drivers completely and totally crashed. I missed the entire description of them.
So, in a nutshell, they are covered in magic to dispel magics cast upon them, and additional armor layering of ablative magics that will break off but deflect, say, harder hits perhaps or whatnot. And of course, some good old wards for anti-material, just preventing the scratching and shooting and all that. You know, the whole gamut of armorings.
Because let's face it, there are some hermetic mages who are totally going to just protect themselves with magic and go, haha, no enemy mage can stop me, and then promptly get
And-
sniped from 2 miles away.
Yeah, it just prompt 9mm to the face.
Mm-hmm. This person has obviously taken Gun Kun and Knife Kun into account.
Doesn't stop me, I will happily barrage. But that said, you now have a small group of owls just kind of bobbing around. And as soon as any of them happen to notice us or look at us, just offering a little wave of wing.
fuck is this? Honestly, I pay you to guide us here and to make sure that nothing goes wrong, and you can't even do that right.
Who's speaking?
The man at the computer.
You have to love Arcadia sometimes. Pushing exposition on people.
The knight just lets out a slow, grumbling sigh.
Hey there.
This is my prize. Now turn around and walk your little asses out of here before I decide to smite you with the elements.
It looks like you don't actually
More
have the prize yet.
More exposition. Now we know your attack type. Keep going.
Well, obviously it should be here.
Hey, does he have does his computer have Wi-Fi or anything that Cody can detect?
It's not actually an actual computer.
The
It's
magical equivalent.
Yeah, it's made out of a combination of logical functioning enchantments. It is not a traditional computer. It does not have Wi-Fi.
Hey, it's a fair question. This is Arcadia. Cody might
This
have
is
a
a
way in.
fair question.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. But just, I love it. See this wall full of these complex interlocking and intercommunicating enchantments. I wonder if I could hack that. That's Cody.
Well, are they able to connect?
You would not be able to connect from here, Cody, but if you got up to the computer and actually put your computer against it, you could probably create a connection.
Well, before we depart, or whatnot, I am curious, what is your objective with this prize? If it overlaps, we might be willing to comply.
I am going to use this piece of reality in order to forge my own and remake this world in my perfect image. The knight
You say
has
the
now
P word?
pulled out a little book and is kind of leafing through it a little bit.
He said the P word.
Cody's walking over to the computer off to the side while he's, expositioning to the others.
I acknowledge that you wish to remake this world, but are you sure you want to do that here in Arcadia?
I'm simply here for my prize, the cornerstone of reality. The knight sighs as you start walking forward, Cody, and stands up, and you see him just pick up the sword that he had sitting between his legs, and just walks over. It's like,
Wow, Kurt, I realize that this stream is 18 plus and all, but you
that's not
can't be
what I
bringing
meant.
up that.
That's not what I meant.
Not that kind of sword, you pervert.
I know you want to try to have a LAN party. Just be careful.
You would all notice, Portia. I'm going to let you be able to recognize him because you're the one of the ones who interacted with him most. You would recognize this armored figure. You would recognize the cold iron armor he is clad in.
Oh, son of a bitch. I just sent the guy in the opposite direction looking for him.
I was giggling in my head at that.
You.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
Demon.
One of the names he gave you was Leon or Leo. He was fine with either of those. He's not super particular about it.
Portia, would you like me to fetch the Cyclops?
No, she hasn't said that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. The fact that she temporarily doesn't have her accent is making it difficult to tell what I'm speaking in and out of character.
Oh, no worries. Well, just wanted to make sure that your idea of reality and all that, and you're not, putting vast holes in anything.
I do have a couple ideas for how to handle this situation, but Zim's doing a thing, so I'm letting him do a thing.
The computer thing.
The knight is approaching the Cody.
Leo approaches.
He sighs. I don't suppose I can convince you not to interfere with the asshole.
Unfortunately, I have a magnum opus to complete, and I require the object here.
Yeah, it's not really here. He's trying to figure out where it went or what happened to it.
That
It's
explains the empty pedestal.
supposed to be up there, but it's not. He does a little thumb to the pedestal over his shoulder.
I would like to clarify something before people get the wrong ideas in their heads. Well, Cody is pursuing his magnum opus. That is secondary. We need to recover this in order to shore up reality so that when he does do his magnum opus, it doesn't break reality. Because, as we've been directly informed by an elder dragon, reality is exceptionally fragile at the moment, and any major working might break it. She's saying this while pointedly looking at the mage.
A dragon, and you believe such paltry little geckos. They are nothing but tools for us to use.
I'd personally rather just keep
I-
on with my magnum opus, but the others here decided to, go on this quest. So here we are.
Yeah,
I
when he says
apologize. Go ahead.
when he says that there are tools to be used, Portia's just like pinching the bridge of her snout, looking over at the knight. Leon, how the hell did you put up with him this whole time?
Contractual obligations are the only reason he's still breathing.
Wondering if the fact that she knows one of the names that he goes by is going to register for the mage.
No, he doesn't even seem to really notice. And a fat lot you did! I came in with a brigade of 20 mages, and I'm the only one still standing. And yes, while I am the most superior of that group, you allowed all of them to die. The knight just
Hermes?
lets out a slow sigh.
Do you order
They were
Hermes?
idiots.
I could eat
Yes.
him if you would like.
Of course he is.
I think you might want to strip off all of the wardings first. I don't think that'll cope well with you.
I am contractually obligated to attempt to defend him to the best of my ability. Until such time as he either completes his quest or gives up.
Alexis is going to look into the past and see if the cornerstone disappeared anytime recently.
Ooh, oh. Give me an irritating roll. Oh.
Roll again.
You did.
Oh.
Arcadia says yes.
Arcadia's
beat-
like, oh, this is a twist.
You beat the difficulty 5 roll.
Hell yeah. We might just be able to turn around and walk out of here without having to bother with this guy.
All right.
If we don't deal with him now, we'll end up dealing with him later.
Eh,
You think he'll just give up on his quest?
no.
Do you think Arcadia will just let you leave without?
A grand finale? You can try. All right. So, going into the past, Alexis.
Looking into the past, not going.
Yes. Sorry. Looking into
Yeah.
the past, you can
Different
see
things.
Domino
I knew it.
walking up the steps of the temple, and you can see like a glowing ball of light just floating in the air. And Domino reaches out and taps the ball of light with a finger. And as he does, the ball seems to start to shift and change and morph slowly before giving a cute, adorable little yawn as a little stuffed animal with a cute little lance in his hands blinks, opens his eyes before vanishes.
What was the thing?
Ah, so we already have it.
You recognize him. The Lord Inquisitor himself.
Fuck you, Arcadia, and double fuck you, Domino.
I look forward to this being revealed to us.
A good thing that Alexis is a telepath.
Alexis is gonna give a big, long sigh.
The owls
Three
are-
guesses to anyone who thinks they know what happened to the cornerstone.
Well, I would
The owl-
probably say that whatever it is, we do not reveal it where they can hear.
And gives you some small.
I don't think he's actually listening to us anyway, but true.
The owls pointedly glare at you.
Telepathy
Ascensions are
time.
a dangerous thing.
Needless to say, we don't need to be here anymore.
Ah, well then great. Cody's gonna open a portal. Back home.
Leon,
Did he come with us, or is he, he's back at the town?
The little plush is right there with you, with Portia. He is sworn to safeguard and protect her through her
yeah,
quest.
he's been riding on her antlers this whole time.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
He's
well,
been ready to assist if you need it.
Might, might need his
oh.
assistance, but not in a good way.
But,
Pat, pat.
Cody,
Once we've
okay,
left
so
the area, once we've left the area.
yeah, Cody made a portal out, but Portia's lingering. Leon, how many changelings were defending this place when you arrived?
Only a couple. I made sure that they weren't harmed when I was trying to figure out a way to get them out.
Okay, good. By the way, I got both of them out.
Oh, appreciated.
One of them
Uh,
I just told him to run. The other I sent to the Dawn Court. The one that I sent to the Dawn Court, we need to discuss some things later.
Oh, I suppose I should, considering you did such a favor to me, I should only return an equal favor to you, Portia. I am planning to murder Cody as soon as I am done with my mission here.
Why is everybody trying? You know what?
I know what
I
he
redact
did.
that. I redact
Yeah,
that.
you know
I
the answer.
understand why people want to kill Cody. But you make my life so difficult by doing that.
I'm obligated as a Knight of the Dawn Court to kill him for what he did.
I know. I'm working on corrective measures, and I'm really trying. I'm really trying.
I understand. I have nothing against you, Portia. Technically, I don't have that much against Cody except what he did, which is an abominable act. And as the Knight of the Dawn Court, I cannot ignore it, and I will have to try to kill him.
Understandable.
Well, thankfully, we have a buffer of time. You don't have to try to kill him until after your friend there gives up.
Correct. Which is why he's still breathing right now.
Guess we'll see you later then.
He nods slightly, just kind of just like drumming one finger on his blade.
Regardless of how much paradox I get, I'm still really tempted to go back and tell that poor changeling not to say that phrase.
You technically can still do it. It's only
Oh, I
been a
know.
little while.
I know.
By the way, she's gonna be going through the portal.
And no one would be any the wiser.
Except Arcadia.
And
Oh.
since the portal was still open, and because Wolstein was there, I'm sure that Cody heard that Leon's gonna be coming after him next.
Oh yeah, Leon wouldn't have been trying to hide it. He has no use for that. He's a knight. A knight should inform his enemy upon the matter of their duel.
Ugh, Alexis is going out.
Before departing, the owls approached Leon. By the way, would you like any assistance? I could leave one or two of the owls with you if you would like, if you take care of them.
He shakes his head. As he whispers to you, I'm more or less just waiting to see how long he goes before he gives up or just dies from exhaustion.
Oh, entirely fair. All right, do
Most
take care.
ideally, don't be offering assistance to the enemy.
Your enemy, not ours.
The AI happily goes ahead and bobs along over to the portal. And I'm sure this portal is in some good place.
I'm assuming it's back to the manor.
Oh, wow. Sweet. Thank you, Arcadia. Okay, and bounding on through. I just simply have to ask, do the owls revert back to the robots, or are they still the owls? I'm sure they revert, like everyone else, right?
They are robots in the shape of owls.
Oh, hey.
All right, so wait, we're not heading outside the temple. We're actually heading back to the manor.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Arcadia would let you go back because you still have all these issues to deal with.
And once back, Alexis will inform folks what happened with the cornerstone.
First question. What has happened to the Lord upon the antlers? Have they changed?
Nope. He's right
Okay.
there. He's looking around in wonder at everything, in curiosity.
Welcome to our world.
Hey, so Alexis, how does... Oh, I can talk normal again, finally. Alexis, what the fuck did you find?
Assuming the portal is closed by now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Domino has once again made a nice story for us.
Very impressive, if I might say.
He's the one that stole the cornerstone. And, yeah, I kind of tilt my head over at the little plushie.
Perfect betrayal and a perfect twist ending.
Please stop saying the P word.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
There is no response.
Oh.
Domino has a perfect understanding of what will happen to his ass if he shows up.
I can smell the popcorn.
Well,
Just be glad it wasn't the bird was the cornerstone.
I know, right? Fuck me, I'll go back.
I think we need to try to figure out a way of separating the cornerstone from the poor little thing without annihilating him in the process.
For all you know, it's in his little pouch. In there. Yeah.
He is the cornerstone.
Well,
I'm not making assumptions. You all are.
Leprechus?
Yes,
Could you
my lady.
Could you again explain to me the gem of Okotoko? What exactly does it do?
The gem of Okotoko. It is the most powerful relic said to exist, able to exert its will upon reality in order to protect and safeguard it, as well as strengthen it against dangers and threats.
And where was it last seen?
It was said to be that temple, though it seems grave robbers may have arrived already and stolen it.
I'm not sure how to break the news to him.
I have no idea.
Shall I tell them? Or shall I show them?
Actually,
I can show them.
No.
Wost, you sound so excited when you say that.
You know, you see, I've got quite a big bag here. Sometimes I'll put things in there and I'll swear that I've lost them, and then the next time I clean it out, I find that it was actually in the bottom the whole time. Have you turned out the contents of your pouch anytime recently?
Yes?
She's fishing. Leave her alone.
I could try to reach it if you want. What am I looking for?
The gem.
I don't have the gem of Okotoko.
Are you sure about that?
I can see.
Magical artifacts tend to show up where they're needed the most.
He starts reaching into the stuffing and reaching around. No. No. Mm-mm. No. No, not that. No. No.
How many, how many things does he have in there?
Pulls out a cookie, some tissues, a water bottle, a laptop, a cat, another cat, a shotgun, a little race car, a drone.
When you say little race car, I choose to believe you're not saying Matchbox. What you actually mean is it's just a race-tuned Volkswagen.
Nope, that's it. It doesn't look like I have it.
Just looking at the cats in disbelief.
Oh, those are to pull my chariot.
That is adorable.
I'm surprised you didn't pull a chariot out of there.
As he pulls out a little chariot sized for him and sets it
There it
down.
is.
Wait, I thought you said that was everything.
Well, yeah, but that was the last thing in there.
Okay. Shall I show them now then?
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna see if I can't find where the dragon's at.
The AI proceeds to project what was shared through via Alexis.
What is this?
The past.
Yep.
Nah, I don't think so.
Do you have any twins then?
Mm-mm.
You certain?
Yeah.
Well, whatever the case, this is what was seen. We simply wish to share it with you.
I mean, there must be some sort of mistake.
There is no mistake. We were sent on a hero's quest by one of the ancient beasts, and the feckin' fair folk that we tend to work with conspired with him in order to make it a truly noble endeavor.
So, if this is real, then what's going to happen to me, my lady?
That's what I'm about to find out. Tarakatha, wherever you're hiding.
A gate opens up as the dragon walks through. More sachets through. Ah, welcome back. I trust you were successful in your endeavor?
Points to Plush. Not herself, the other one. She hasn't turned herself back yet.
Yes.
Interesting form. Well, it appears that you brought it back. I can get to work using it for the spell.
By all means, go for it.
What does using it entail?
It will destroy this physical form and disperse its essence.
What spheres are necessary to transfer the essence of the individual into another medium?
It looks like for this, the actual plush and such is the essence of the keystone.
What about the consciousness and memories?
Also part of it.
Inextricably tied together? That's... Come on now.
Well, not impossibly tied to it. It would just be very, 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 very difficult to attempt to try to even do something like that. And you would risk destroying the keystone if you failed. But you could try. It would require mind, prime, life, and I suppose for him technically also matter too.
So mind 3, prime 3.
Probably closer to mind 4 or 5, maybe. You would basically have to create a copy of his mind and memories to move over.
Well, you all have a good one with that. I have some parts to change out. I'll be back, and the AI bots leave.
Basically, what you would do is you would basically create a copy of his soul and memories, and then put that into a new body.
Domino, I wish to call in one of my favors.
You sassy bitch! As Domino appears, literally saying that.
This would be a happy ending for the story if we can separate the Lord Inquisitor from the Cornerstone, give him a new life, and use the Cornerstone to strengthen our reality.
You hear a call over this PA systems. Without compromising the cornerstone.
Domino lets out a sigh. I didn't want a happy ending. Where's the fun in a happy ending? Without sacrifice, without growth, without a willingness.
Don't worry, my liege. The story's not over.
He just kind of crosses his arms and looks at Alexis.
Domino. Domino. Now, did you, or just realized I went back into the British accent. Domino, did you or did you not say at the very beginning of this quest that just because you're the heroes of your own story doesn't mean you can't be the villains of someone else's? Doesn't that also mean that somebody's happy ending is someone else's tragedy? Do you think that you're above such things?
Yes, darling.
No, everyone's part of the story.
Over the system again. More importantly, do you think that villains can't redeem and learn?
No, they're usually too delicious. They don't survive.
As a very specific wolf once said, you need to learn how to lose.
Darling, I'm a fair folk. I don't lose. Though not truly lose, at least. I may perfectly, fake my loss. But otherwise, I don't lose, darling. As he looks over at Alexis and glares a little bit. Is that truly what you want for your favor, darling?
Give me another option.
I can give that to you if that is what you wish. He does not look happy at all. And when a fair folk is not happy about granting a favor, that usually means they're the ones getting fucked over by it.
Go on.
He snaps his fingers as the little plush collapses and turns into an orb of light. As right besides it, you see another exact copy of the plush appear, looking around in confusion. What just happened?
Look, it's
It
the
is a
Saved
gem.
your
of
existence.
Okotoko!
We just saved your existence.
Oh, well,
At what cost?
I
A favor.
appreciate it.
Well, and pissing off Domino.
You were the key to acquiring the gem. Behold.
I knew it was in my noble destiny to find the gem of Okotoko. As the dragon will walk over and pick up the orb and look at it before smile. I shall begin the preparations at once as he looks over at Cody. Your ritual can proceed.
Excellent. And he's just going to
And
teleport
now-
himself to the where the ritual's set up.
And now, for one more twist. And for a chance for it not to be a complete loss, because as you said, you never lose truly. You know what I want, Domino.
What do you
You
want,
have-
darling?
You have something I need to have back.
Oh, and what's that?
That end table you recently acquired.
Mm-hmm. And what do I get, darling?
You've got pricing options.
Wonderful. And I think here is a good place to end for our next week's session when we have the world turn furry. Glares.
Portia, you now know that there's a person that you'll have to protect for when the mage comes after
Oh yeah.
the plush.
Yeah, Yep. And she's perfectly ready to offer that protection. She has
Stab.
several
Stab.
She has so many irons in the fire right now. She's chronically overextended.
The AI is more than happy
Oh,
to
no.
assist in the defense of him.
Will Cody finally get what he wants?
Seems like it.
Hey,
The
Callie.
world will burn.
Perhaps.
Hey, wait a minute. You're already a furry. Why do you care?
Because
But I'm unique right now.
Oh my god, we'll make you shiny. How's that sound?
Yay!
You'll have a unique color palette and make a unique sound anytime that somebody catches you.
Well, I can already just row at people like incessantly. It's like I'm a fox after
Okay.
all.
Marnie. Gotta
Yeah.
wrap this up.
Row. Okay.
So thank you everybody for joining us today for Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without you all. Thank you so much for coming by and supporting the channel however it is that you do. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. We are about 50 subscribers away from full partnership there. Please help us get the rest of the way to it. And I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Thanks for coming, y'all.
Thank you,
265.
everyone.